Justin is like he's such a talented guy. Um, People say that a lot, but when you get a chance to hang out with him, which I hadn't until I did this movie, it becomes really apparent. I mean, there's just very few really people who can do so many things on the level that he does, and it's really kind of special to hang out with him. The way he can sing, he can dance, he kind of writes music and produces music and thinks about it in a way that's really interesting. He can act. And he's also like this insane athlete. It gets to the point where you're kind of you don't want to hang out with him anymore because it just makes you feel badly about yourself. But I really like Justin. I really respect how hard he works. I really respect the road that he's taken and the preparation that he puts into acting. He's very dedicated. It'd be really easy for a guy like that to kind of go like, look, I'm a huge music star. I don't need to work hard. I don't need to dedicate myself. But he really does. And there are people. I don't know. I just have a lot of respect for Justin. Yeah, I was really excited to get a chance to play a guy like this, even like with the character in Argo, and before that I had this Terrence Malick movie, and characters who were really like reserved and opaque and didn't say much, and because of who they were and what they did and so on. So I was really looking for a part where I could play somebody who could like in one of these more genre pulpy things, had monologues and like sort of chew the scenery kind of parts, and it reminded me a little bit. I had so much fun in this very small movie I did called Boiler Room about 10 years ago, and I hadn't gotten to do something that fun since in that way. And this really this character is in the mold of great cinema characters from history like Michael Douglas's character in Wall Street and others, seductive, unapologetic, that kind of thing. And so I was thrilled. The writing alone just made me excited to get a chance to play it. I think it would be a mistake to view Runner Runner as a cautionary tale just about gambling. Obviously, there are perils to gambling. We all know that. We know that internet gambling is shady. But what people don't know necessarily is that the ideology behind building organizations like this in online gambling is very seductive and very illusory, and that it can seem like a really good idea. It can seem just like the things that people told you to work hard and get ahead when you were growing up. But like always, when somebody tells you something, shows you something, and it seems too good to be true, it probably is. I think online gambling is sort of gambling on crack. It's we're in a casino now, and here you have to come in and take your credit card out and get some money and sit down and play cards. And if you lose, there's a sort of process to it, and you can go home and sort of separate yourself from that. The thing about online gambling is that it's never away. It's always accessible. And so if you have an issue with gambling, it's sort of designed to take advantage of that. And that's what I think is really insidious about it and kind of pernicious. I also think myself, I don't gamble online. I like to come to casinos and play blackjack and play poker, although I don't have enough recreational time these days in my life. But before I was married and before I had kids, it was fun. But I wouldn't play online personally because I think you're very likely to get cheated, frankly.